welcome to a brand new episode of the Woolly Thistle podcast. I think this is 169, which is amazing. And I'm Corinne, your host, with my co-host here,
Maggie.
Hi, Maggie. And we're really excited to be back with you. It's the start of a new week for us here. You'll see this on Friday at the end of the week, and we have lots and lots to share with you. And as usual, I like to get started with a giveaway.
Yeah.
So shall we just jump in?
Yeah.
Oh, Karen Carney, I know that name. She said, so much good stuff. I can't possibly take it all in at once. I find myself dividing the Shopcast into smaller segments to watch throughout the week. Thanks for all you do, for providing so much knitting related goodness for us all. Well, thank you, Karen. Yes, we are often talking about how long our podcasts have been getting. They're very long. Maybe we'll keep this one shorter. I don't know.
I mean, so I kind of like that. There are a couple that I watched that are a little longer, and hopefully Karen didn't. I don't think she meant it in a way that.
No.
I think too, like sometimes it's nice to be able to savor it. And like I want to come back and finish it later.
For sure. Yeah, no, we're not finding that people are complaining.
Yeah, no.
For sure. Karen, you won a $25 gift certificate to the Woolly Thistle. So send us an email to info@thewoollythistle. Put winner all in capitals. That way we can pluck your email out quickly and get that out to you. And if you'd like to be in the running for a prize, just leave us a comment to this episode and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That would be great. And last episode we had Marie on the Shopcast, and I really enjoyed chatting with her, and I think lots of you enjoyed the interview, and we're really excited for the release of her book Cumbria, which actually released yesterday as we're recording this, and kept us busy on Sunday.
Yeah,
I was really busy in the shop, and I think most things went very, very smoothly, which was great. And I hope that you were able to get the kit you were after and get the book. I believe we still have books in stock because we got a nice big order of them in. Some of the kits have sold out, but we will be restocking, so don't worry if that's you. And there are still kits at time of recording for many of the designs. We have 6 designs made up in kits. I think another very popular one is Boness, which is the all in raw, and it's twisted stitch, and it's got that little floaty peplum waistline. But I think you could knit that in any color. It doesn't have to be in raw.
I think it would look great in any color.
Yeah, we'll put a picture of it there. So thank you for showing up and turning out. It was really great. Maggie, what are you wearing today?
Well, I've got a couple things on. I'm wearing my Amory sweater, which I've worn before. It's a good time of year in New England to be wearing lightweight.
Yes, and this is a lace weight by...
It's a lace weight. It's Garthenor's number 1 in Shetland.
It's gorgeous.
And I just, I've worn this quite a bit, and you can see, even though it's a singles yarn, it's hardly pilled at all. I don't know if you can see. There's a little halo there.
It's fluffy. Yeah.
But it's not, it's holding up really well.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I wasn't sure. It was a bit of a test.
Yeah. It's lovely.
I figured if Isabel Kramer thought it was a good idea, I would go with it.
Did she write the pattern for this yarn?
For the
there
Amory,
you go.
Yeah. And it's really nice. Knit up fast.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wear.
Do you remember what size you knitted? Was it the...
I don't know. It is in my Ravelry project.
Okay.
So it's there.
And the yardage. Yeah.
The yardage is there as well. Yeah. I think it only because lace weight comes in such a generous amount. I want to say it only used 3 skeins.
Wow. So. Very good for those of us watching our pennies is to buy and knit with lace weight because you get so much per gram.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people, I never thought I would knit a fingering weight sweater, forget about a lace weight
sweater.
Here we are, and it went pretty fast. I would do it again.
Yeah. Larger needles then?
It must have been larger needles. I don't remember that.
I love
it. Wasn't like zeros, but I like the lace bit at the bottom.
It's very pretty.
And it's just the right length, so you're not pulling it in.
Yeah, lovely. And what else are you wearing?
And this is classic Woolly Thistle purchase.
Yeah, this is an old timer.
This is an oldie. But still a goodie. This is the Isle of Purbeck shawl by Annie Claire.
Yeah.
And way back when you had some kits or sets from, I guess they were kits because it came with pattern.
Yeah. Hole and Son.
From Hole and Son. And so this is my Hole and Son Isle of Purbeck sweater.
So for those of you that don't remember or don't know about Hole and Son, he's a farmer in the very south of England. His flock was 100% Poll Dorset, and he made up yarn, and the yarn took off like crazy. People were going bananas for it. And so this was knitted in his Pole Dorset here, and we were lucky enough to be able to stock it. And then his aunt actually took on and became Isle Yarns.
Okay.
So Isle Yarns is also this as well. But so Hole and Sun is gone. Isle Yarns.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I just knew like that was so pretty and I wanted it.
I know. It's a beautiful, beautiful design by Annie Claire, who I love. I met her at Squam one year, and she had twins not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much time she gets for designing, but she does beautiful designs. How was this to knit? Did you like knitting it?
Yep, I loved knitting it. It was a great knit.
Mm-hmm.
I like lacy knits.
Yeah, I like big chunky lacy knits like this too.
Yeah.
Although this isn't a chunky weight, it's a DK weight.
It's a DK weight. So I've actually thought that strict yarn.
Yes,
would be a
strict
really
yarn
nice
by Rauma would
substitute.
be fantastic in that. Oh yeah,
It feels similar.
Toothy,
like,
yeah.
It's just a nice.
really nice.
Yeah,
Oh, here's some other
so
pictures.
this shawl usually lives in the shop with me, and
Yeah, you wear it a lot.
I wear it a lot.
Yeah, because
and
it's cold.
It is. Well, sometimes you're just sitting typing, you get a
Yeah,
little chilly, and
yeah.
why not have wool on?
So we do have some of these in the shop if you're interested in this. You can find it on Ravelry, but we have a lovely printed version here.
Yeah.
And you get the chart and everything. It looks like the directions are written and charted, which is nice. And yeah, strict yarn would be really good for that, or any DK weight yarn actually. Yep. So that's what you're wearing.
That's what I'm wearing.
I wore this last episode, but I'm really, really loving it. It's the Highland Shawl by
Highland Thistle.
What did I say? Highland Thistle Shawl, because it's got thistles in it. Lacy thistle design by Carolyn Holbrook, who is a lovely customer and designer, and she knitted this in Tuku wool, designed it for Tuku wool fingering, and sent the Woolly Thistle her finished object, which was so kind. And I'm enjoying wearing it because it's very, very soft, and we do have kits for this, and this is just a nice sort of throw on because the weather's changing. It's becoming a little warmer, although it was still in the 40s this morning driving into work.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Do you have any FOs to share?
I don't. I have a whip, but I don't have any FOs.
Same here. Same
No
here.
FOs.
I actually forgot. So, well, why don't you show us
Do you want
your?
me to see what I'm working on?
Yeah.
So I've been working on my half Hansel. I'm doing the half Hansel. I decided to go with the medium size.
Golly.
And we're going
Really
to need
nice.
to talk about the man on the galloping horse.
Oh, as in Hazel Tyndall's.
Hazel
same-
Tyndall's, yes. So Gudrun told us during the cast-on party that Hazel Tyndall has a saying that the man on the galloping horse won't notice. And
You have
as-
somewhat notices, or what?
And,
what
and
notices?
as I was knitting this weekend, well, last night, all of a sudden I got to the end of a row and I'm like, well, that doesn't add up. Like it wasn't ending correctly. And it turns out, I'll show you in a second, but this white row,
Yeah.
you can see
Double. You did it twice.
I did it, yeah, like I messed up right here.
Yeah.
Somehow my stitch count is okay.
Huh.
So
Yeah, you're all good.
I blame the Hunger Games when we were watching the Hunger Games. So it's not enough. Here, I can show them.
Yeah.
Um,
She did 2 white rows where it should only be 1 apparently.
well,
But I
no,
kinda
it's the lace actually. The number of rows is okay, but
Oh.
you can see the lace. See, I decreased, and my they're off. It's offline. Like this.
Oh, I see.
Increases should have been. But see, I'm having to point it out, which is why I'm
Yes.
like, I think.
And I'm closer than a man on a galloping horse, so I
Yes.
think you're good.
So I think
I don't know what the hell the
like
problem is.
I finished. So as I had to pull. I did more unknitting than knitting last night. But it ends correctly. Like
Good.
my stitch count is somehow still okay.
So you're fudging
so I'm
it.
just gonna keep going.
Well, I think that's a good idea because eventually
and nobody will notice.
nobody apparently will notice.
So.
I agree with that. And you still have to put on the applied edging and everything,
Yeah.
so there's a lot more to go.
Yeah, and I'm not done with this. Like I think I still have quite a bit of the chart repeat to go.
Okay. So what do you think? Did you enjoy knitting with the Black Welsh Mountain? It's
I
gorgeous.
love the Black Welsh Mountain.
It's
and
so
I think,
springy.
yeah, I'm curious to see how much I'm gonna have left because so far I still have over like a skein. I still have a full skein, I think.
I wonder how much you used for. Oh, look
You
at.
can see I did Gudrun's splice, or
Okay.
spit splice. So
Yeah.
as I backed up, I'm like, you're just gonna get wound up
Yeah.
too. But so
Is this 4-ply?
it
Fingering
is.
weight?
It is.
It's so
it's a nice round 4-ply. Like
yeah. It's lovely.
It's just really nice.
So that's Black Welsh Mountain, which is Armscott Manor, the dark one, which is beautiful.
Yes.
So chocolatey,
Yeah,
bitter,
like
dark brown.
Ah, here it is.
And then you're doing there we go.
There we go.
And we have this sometimes from time to time. It's very precious.
Yes.
And then what are you doing for all your colors on
So
your
all
edging?
my colors, I went stash diving and used some of my special skeins
Nice.
that have been sitting.
Great idea.
And they're actually all woolly mammoth.
Ah,
Woolly mammoth. So
woolly mammoth.
They make me feel a little extravagant. That one is the BFL Massam. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Or just the Massam?
That feels so good.
This one was her Dorset.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. I have some of this at home too. Look at just the clarity of that cream is perfect.
I know.
Very
so
lovely.
Good. And this one has a little bit, like it feels a little toothier.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And then the greenish.
The Goldie.
This one.
Is that Masham too?
It is, and it's actually the DK.
Oh.
And I was like, you know what? I can tell when they're up close,
You
but
can,
they're knitting together just fine.
Of
so
course.
I'm like, off you go.
I'm a hand winder as well.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those little crank it out things.
Yeah, I mean, I have one, but I don't have a Swift, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I don't know why I have one without the Swift.
What is the blue?
The blue. The blue is not woolly mammoth. It is Blacker Cove.
Oh, was that
It was
last
one of
year's?
their birthday yarns.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I think last year's. So I think I shared this in the Facebook group, but I have that cowl I've worn before. It's a hand spun cowl.
Yes.
And I love the colors in it, and I used that as inspiration for these colors.
Love it.
So,
love it.
So yeah.
Well done, you.
So I'm gonna have plenty left over. So now I'm sort of having fun thinking about.
You could do color work, mittens or
hats,
something,
mittens.
hats, fingerless,
So-
something or other.
So yes, very happy with it so far.
Happy. That's
Haha.
funny.
Haha.
Haha.
Pun intended.
Yes. So I've been knitting on. It's lovely. I've been knitting on my green Victory cardigan, and promptly forgot to bring it because I wasn't organized enough this morning. But I have also been knitting on my Hansel Hap, which I'm not quite to the halfway point yet. In fact, I've got a decision to make.
Are you doing the half or the full?
I think I'm going to do the middle one. Oh, I'm doing the full.
Okay.
I think. I'll decide for sure later, but I think I'm going to do the middle size. Right now I'm just shy of the small size, which is what this one is here. And I want one bigger than that. And I think I want it to be the full square. And this knits up really, really quickly. You're only ever increasing at the beginning of the row. And it just grows. So you start with one stitch, which is very satisfying to be.
It really is.
Yeah, finishing
I
these
was
rows
really
quickly.
surprised how much I enjoyed just knitting the garter triangle. Like I like knitting garter stitch anyway.
Yeah.
But there's something sort of very satisfying about whoop.
And I'm knitting it right off the cone, which gives it a little bit of a crispy, crunchy feel. But as soon as I put that in water, it's going to soak up the water and then it'll bloom beautifully. I did go down a needle size because I didn't like the gauge I was getting with the recommended needle size, and I like this better. And I love this color. This is
It smells really good.
Yeah, 202. And this has actually got a little spot on it, so I didn't put it in the shop, and I think I'll be fine with it. I don't know if it's just a little bit of spinning grease or something. I don't know.
That's my bet.
Yeah.
The man on the galloping horse.
I know, exactly. So yeah, I'm enjoying knitting this. This is mindless and satisfying.
Yeah.
Feel like you're making progress pretty fast.
Well, because you are.
Well, but have you seen, I mean, so many people are where you are, which is on the, you know, the border. And
or
knitting.
further. I've seen a couple people finished.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So I'm hoping that they're planning seconds. I know I'm already starting to think of like, oh, what will I make?
Oh, really?
How will I make
what
next?
will you make next?
And I'm not sure.
Well, you know, when you are getting through it so fast, we would love you to keep knitting with us if you have.
Especially with the cowl. The Hap cowl doesn't finish till the beginning of June. So
we've got
a little bit of time. Even if I'm okay if they're not done.
Yeah.
Like I want this one to be done before I start another one.
But it's kind of nice to just keep knitting while we're all together doing that. So do you have any
Any
favorite? What are you
tossing around another Hansel? Because there's something so satisfying about that color edging.
Yep.
And I really like that old shell lace pattern.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
But I'm also tempted to play with the lace weight.
Yeah. Ooh, like the Highland Thistle by Donna, maybe?
Either like the Highland Thistle, or there's even, I know that there's a pattern that has a similar construction to the traditional Hap that uses lace weight.
Ooh, well, you know what? That would be nice. You've done it. You've knitted a whole sweater out of lace weight. So, I'm not quite into lace weight yet. I haven't made the leap into that. I've tried once or twice, and
yeah, so I haven't decided yet, but there will be a second.
Well, we encourage you that if you're already, getting close to finishing or have finished your first Hap, then cast on another one. Yeah. No problem. There's no shortage of inspiration for photos in the Hap Cal chat group, but also in our main Facebook group too. There's chatter going on as well on photos.
I saw yesterday, I think on Instagram, that Joanne, who knits with us, Jo Lala, I think it's her. Yep. She's knitting Kate Davies, is it North Maven?
Oh, I love that one.
Where it's stripy and it has the old shell.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's
how is she doing? I attempted that years ago and promptly threw it away. Because I had the worst time trying to keep track of my colors and the lace.
Okay.
Because I am not a natural lace knitter and I couldn't manage it, so that got put in a major timeout. But
such a timely timeout that it's never resurrected.
It did not survive.
Hers looks gorgeous.
It is a very nice. Is that in her Book of Haps book?
I don't remember.
I think it's in her Book of Haps, or maybe it's in one of her Shetland books. No, I don't remember. We'll put it there. Yeah. But good job, Jo Lala. That's awesome. It's wonderful seeing all the really good whips coming along. Yeah. And we had an interview with Carol Christensen. Dr. Carol Christensen was on with us, and I thought she had a wealth of knowledge. Yeah. And by the time you're watching this, we'll have one with Gudrun Johnston out with everyone that's in the Hap Cow.
Yeah, yep. Sounds good.
And we have more to come.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're knitting. We've had a lot of comments in the last episode talking about needles and needle sizes, and people are asking if we can show the shorties set. So we do have a set here.
A little card, and they come in a little pouch.
So the red pouch is for
the red pouch is
shorties 2-inch and 3-inch interchangeable system. Yeah, and the US size is 0 through 3.
So they come with all of the.
It really is teeny tiny.
They are.
The cord lengths are 5, 6, and 8 inches in length. So what are these good for knitting? Socks?
Small circumference, hats, socks. I don't know if you could do socks on these.
Yeah.
Well,
the needles are really, really short.
They are.
We're very low in stock in these, but we'll make sure to get more in because you have been asking about them, and lots of people like the very small.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try them. I need to just get there's a size 1. Depending on the sock you're knitting.
Yeah, I think a 72 stitch sock might be okay. I think it might be a bit tight for a 64. But then you use the 9-inch. Yeah, these are longer than the 9-inch. So what you have to get used to, I think, with these is that there's not a lot of needle.
You gotta hold it differently.
Yeah, so you end up,
Which I've knit socks before on a 9-inch circular. Mm-hmm. Like this one doesn't. This feels quite. Lovely.
That's good for a hat, maybe. So it goes. What size is it? It goes through US 0 to US 3. So definitely, I love a US 3 for hats and things. And I think a lot of Marie Wallen stuff is knitted with US 3.
I've been tempted to try it like for my tapestry cowl.
Good idea.
Because isn't that knit on a 3?
Yep. Yeah. Is it? I can't
3
remember.
Or 4. I don't remember. But either way, I was thinking that the smaller circumference.
Would be nice, and you just go round and round. So that's the point of this, is that it goes round and round a small circumference because the needles are short and the cable's short, so no magic looping required, which is really
and I've seen lots of people who say they love this for sleeves. They
yes, for sleeves. Perfect. Perfect. So. Does this come with anything else, or there's a little pouch here. Yep, so you get a little gauge ruler, which is sweet. And then you get your little accessory bits, some stitch markers and
Yep.
T-pins to tighten things, and some needle stoppers or
Yep.
whatever you call them. So yeah, we hope to have them. There's also a blue set, which off the top of my head, I'm not sure. I think it might be a bigger needle circumference, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
We don't have it in stock, so we can't check right now.
Once we get it back in stock, we can share.
We'll show it. We'll keep showing you what we have for needles, because there were a lot of comments and a lot of people were saying that they like them for sleeves. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's good.
We'll test it out. We'll report back.
We also wanted to mention the vanilla fluff. We put some new colors in the last time, and we'll put a picture of them here. But we've got lovely spring colors, like a peachy, ice creamy peachy color, this sort of color, although it's more oatmeal-y, and a lovely minty green, and the purple, the lavender that I knitted as well. So check those out, but we have lots of different colors available in that. And Ullcentrum, we just got a nice big restock of Ullcentrum. Do we want to show that
We
off?
do.
Okay. Ooh, beautiful.
I love this yarn.
It's good stuff, isn't it? It's
is.
sport weight, and it's a 2-ply.
I grabbed one of every colorway on the shelf.
Is that the same as? Oh, it's
They're different, which I thought that's always nice
Yeah.
to show them together.
Yeah. The reds, these juicy reds. So this one's a bit brighter because it's got less dark. Well, this actually looks like it's been dyed darker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely. So this is color 112, Fallow red, and this one is 1103. Yeah, so what else?
Yeah, I know this one is new. We finally got that one in. I love that gold.
Yep. Soft Lion Yellow 2141. That's on a cream base. It's fairly uniform in color.
Yep.
Lovely.
So now, if you want to knit the shine mittens,
There you have it.
I don't mind knit those forever.
Mm-hmm. This yarn is so nice. This is
really
from
is.
Sweden, and it's a small mill in
We've got
Sweden.
some lovely grays.
Yes. Me happy now.
And we've gotten in some of their variegated.
And that's
including
all-
this one's a variegated gray.
Oh, so that would be nice.
So,
That belongs right in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think too for patterns like the shifty, you could do too with a color work hat if you didn't want to change the colors. Taking a yarn that's variegated and color changes
yes.
by itself.
Let's look at some of those then.
So we also got in this one. It's called Gooseberry.
So it's lovely greens and pinks.
Yep.
Yeah, so what you're saying is in the shifty, you've got a solid color and a variegated color, and you're doing color work, and the colors shift throughout
Yep.
this one, which is nice. Yeah.
Yep.
This one here.
Yep. This one,
This one's a
color
little
19.
more bold in the changing colors.
You see that better there.
It's got gray, pink, and purple in it.
Yeah. So even if you used one of the grays or
Yeah.
the pink or purple, but
Yep.
Whoops,
I'm dropping. Yeah. Very nice. Lovely.
yes.
And then this crazy one.
That one's been really popular. This is the last skein we have on the shelf. So
Oh wow, we'll need to get more.
if it's sold out, we'll get more.
It's barber pulling. And
Yes.
it's all the bright primary kind of colors.
Yeah.
Green, blue, red, orange.
Very fun.
That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
especially
nice.
if you paired that with
Oh,
the blue.
yeah.
That'd be so pretty.
Fun.
And speaking of blue, we have one that's blue
Oh,
too.
right. Yes, that's lovely. This blue is called 4163. Yeah, so this small mill in Åland
This one's 18.
in Sweden
So pretty.
is basically, supporting the Swedish sheep
Yeah.
farmers.
We've had this one before. It's lavender. It's so good.
It really is. And this one's got a nice kind of halo to it.
Mm-hmm.
Their skeins can often come in varying amounts. I think for the most part we have 100-gram skeins, but sometimes they come in less and sometimes they come in more, and depending on that we'll either sell them, we definitely let you know.
Yeah.
If we don't say anything, it's 100 grams.
Dark brown. Some of them have names, some of them have numbers. So
Nice.
I love this color.
It's so juicy.
1143.
That is lovely. It's so
It does. It feels.
it's a jewel tone.
It feels
rich.
nice and toothy,
Woolly.
but not itchy.
Yeah.
Soft pink.
I like that.
No.
Valley pink.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I can tell. This one's just a heathered pink.
I like that too.
So
Really nice.
peachy.
Peachy. That would suit you.
Color 2101.
Ice cream. Oh, I like
It's
that.
like a creamsicle.
Uh-huh.
This one is reddish purple.
I like that a lot. That's really pretty.
I know. Very nice with some gray.
Yeah.
A light blue.
I like that blue.
4132. You're very agreeable today.
I am. Doesn't happen often. I love green.
I know. There's another green too, and I think we're out of it at
The one on
moment.
gray, probably.
Yeah, this one's grass green.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It is.
So yeah, these are in, and feel free to peruse.
Yes.
I'm just gonna put these in here.
Yes.
There's quite a lot of yarn support or pattern support.
There are actually I don't know if she's the owner of Ullcentrum, but she has a ton of free patterns actually on Ravelry
Okay,
for Ullcentrum.
so we could link to that. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Okay.
Oh, but that's good. Yeah, we've waited a long time to get this one
I
in.
know.
There we go. Sort of like that.
There we go.
All right. So Maggie, we have a couple of things we definitely want to talk about. The first is your love note
Yes.
and the yarn sets to go with that. But just as a sneaky little teaser, I think, because I don't think people know this, but we're going to be doing our box again really, really soon. So we're going to have a little sneaky peek with that.
Yes.
But I think love note, we want to launch this with lots of beautiful kits. So yeah,
Should
maybe
I scooch it in?
Yeah, scooch it in and take her shawl off. So Maggie's love note is knitted with Jagger Spun, Heathers, and Rauma Plum held together. So it's fluffy. Maggie, the big question, is it itchy?
It is not itchy.
It is not
It
itchy.
is not the least bit itchy.
No.
Like I think, first of all, mohair. Unless you're particularly sensitive to mohair, it is just lovely.
But
It's
you
like
know,
buttery soft.
it is unbelievable.
It was on my desk for 1 or 2 days while I'm waiting for its photos,
Yeah.
and people kept coming by and just kind of petting it. Ooh. It is. It's
So
so
let's see the colors that we put together,
So
because
there we go.
this is fun. Yeah, look
I'll
at
hold it
what a
and show
happy,
these.
what a
I know.
happy. Yeah, ooh, so pretty. So you put together a lovely gold combination here. So this one here is called, where is
Amber.
Amber? Where is the name though? There it is. Okay, Amber, and this here is 187. That's lovely. Very wearable color. And this lovely combination here is teal with 018. Look how good they go together. Completely different lines, but they go together so well. And don't worry about these colors, numbers and things. We have the kits all set up ready for you in the shop. This is, of course, probably what I want right here. And this is 192 with smoke. Lovely light gray.
The good thing about having favorite colors is that things just coordinate.
They just do. And this is the one you did. And you can see that the green is different, and it just, it lightened this up quite a bit.
Yep.
But beautifully. And so many colors in this green. This green is called Moss. And it goes with that. Really nice. You really started something here, you know.
Wow.
I love these, this blue. I'm kind of liking the light blues these days.
That's so surprising.
I know. No one's more surprised than me, but this is so pretty. Gorgeous. So a light blue, and then, I love this, the red. And I think with this bright red in it, it's just going to pop.
Yes. It would definitely lighten it up a bit.
But it's similar to your green one.
Yeah.
I think it'll be perfect. And then lastly is this pink, such a cute little pink fluff with that gorgeous. And you can make your own as well.
Absolutely.
But we thought these, how many is that? 6 colors? Is that 6? 7.
7.
These 7 would make really nice starter kits for anybody who wants to knit the love note. This is a design by Tin Can Knits, of course, so the sizing goes from teeny to all the way through the spectrum of sizes, and it's a beginner friendly knit, would you say?
I think so. Like, I think if you're fairly confident in just increasing and in doing a little bit of lace, like the lace, the patterns are very well written. Tin Can Knits, they just write a really good pattern. They offer really good support. It was charted and I think also written.
Okay.
And it's really one chart, like one short chart. It's like maybe 12 rows, and it's repeated twice, and that's it.
And it's knitted top down. In the round, it's a yoke, so there's no shoulder. You know, I mean, the shaping is all incorporated.
It's a circular yoke, so you just make a really big circle. And
put in your lace work, and then it's like zoom.
It really is. There's like a couple rows after the lace work, and then it just flies.
Yeah. So we recommend this. This is a great sweater, sort of like a Felix as well, which is a let lopey sweater, which we have kits for.
And we have enough yarn included in our yarn sets for you to make the full length sweater. So and you can do either a cropped or full length, but we give you enough to do a full, and then you can decide how you want it for fitting.
Yeah. So yeah, we hope you love these. We love these, and I think if I'm going to knit one, it would be the grey or the red, and maybe the red, because it's nice. It's really nice. I like this too, though. I think this would be very wearable.
That one reminds me of 4125 just a little bit.
Yes, in Rauma. Yeah, yeah, it's lovely. Yep. Very nice.
Gorgeous.
Yay! Yeah, we're excited about the love note. And should we...
You hold this, I gotta move her back.
Should we now go to Caitlin, who has a segment for us?
Yeah.
So Caitlin is going to be showing us some work she's doing with a fleece, which is really fun. So go and enjoy, Caitlin, and we'll see you back here after, where we're going to show you what's in this box.
Hello, nice to be back with you again today. I'm Caitlin, part of the Woolly Thistle team, and I have a little something different to show you today. I stumbled upon a fleece last week and wanted to talk to you a little bit about wool processing and kind of a side hobby of wool and yarn enthusiasts. Hopefully you'll enjoy kind of starting down this rabbit hole with me, and we'll see where it goes from here. So I visited a living history museum with my family last week, and they have a flock of American Tunis sheep. A bunch of the people who work there happened to be in the barn with a skirting table. They had this big table laid out, and they had a fleece out, and they were picking the good parts out, and we got to chatting, and they gave me a little chunk of it, just a small bit to take home and play with. So I thought, why not record my playing and let you all see that. So when I got home, I looked at the American Tunis sheep in my Fleece and Fiber source book. This is a great book for anyone interested in different sheep breeds, and we carry this in our shop. There's a page for just about every type of fiber animal you can think of, and it gives you lots of information about the breeds and also what to do with their fiber. And I know we've, especially Kelsey has talked about this book here on the Shopcast before, but it's a useful resource. So I got my book out and looked up the American Tunis sheep. It's pretty much strictly an American breed now. It came over as the Tunisian Barbary sheep. A little bright there. As a gift to George Washington. And this is what they'll tell you at the Living History Museum too. For those of you who are fairly local to Indianapolis, it was Conner Prairie where we were visiting. They have sheep and goats and then just lovely historic buildings and things. So it has, the sheep kind of has a reddish colored face and then a nice kind of a light cream fleece from there. It's originally a meat breed, but you can also get some nice fiber out of their fleece. So each page of the book we'll give you all kinds of samples and things for each breed. So it's kind of helpful to know from there different methods for preparing and working with the different fleece. What I did is I started by wanting to wash it. This was a raw fleece, so I still had all of the bits and pieces of hay and dirt, and then a lot of the lanolin from the sheep, which is sort of their waxy greasiness that sheep's wool is known for having in it. And so we're going to put a video here of me kind of going through the washing process. Now, I am not very experienced in washing a fleece, so do not take this as the how-to, most in-depth video for how to process a fleece yourself, but it's more just for those who are curious what the basic steps look like for processing a fleece and sort of playing with that raw fiber. So we'll put that video here and I'll kind of walk you through the steps of how I did it. So first, I boiled some water. My goal was 140 degrees in this little tub that I used. I used about half boiling water, half the warmest tap water I could get. And then I just put some Dawn dish soap in, quite a few squirts, swish that around gently, didn't want it to suds. And then I put the fleece in. So this is what the fleece looked like before it was washed. Just straight from the sheep. I think this fleece was a year or two old, but it weighed 60 grams. I wanted to see if I lost any weight from getting the grease out. So here I'm just kind of very gently putting it in the water. Wool will felt in heat, water, and agitation. So you don't want to have all of those things combined. But just kind of gently laid it in there, and then you can see a lot of the dirt already coming out. I let it rest about 15 minutes with a top on. I was trying to maintain the heat so that it didn't cool down too much, and then the grease would sort of solidify again. And then I just fished it out, and you can see how dirty this water is already. But very gently sort of picked it up as carefully as I could. Dumped the water out and then started that process again. I was aiming for 2 rounds of rinsing with the dish soap. So there I am again adding the next round, putting it back in. And when some people are washing fleece, especially if they have a larger project, they might like to use mesh laundry bags or even sew little pillows to kind of help keep all of the locks together. Now, my project was very quick and kind of low expectations, low commitment, so I did not go into anything like that, but just wanted to see what I could do with the fleece just in the tub. So now this is a round of a little bit less hot water with no soap. These are rinses. And from here, I kind of progressively got a little cooler with the water. You want to do all of the temperature changes as slowly as you can. So the water's looking much better now. I ended up doing, I think, 2 rinses, maybe 3, I forget. And what I forgot to do here is add a little bit of clove essential oil to the last rinse. I read somewhere years ago that moths don't like clove smell, and I do. So in the past I have added a bit of clove oil. After that last rinse, I just drained it out, got as much of the water gently out as I could in the tub, and then I pressed it as dry as I could in an old towel. It's already feeling quite fluffy, quite clean, although I'll be honest, there are still quite a few pieces of vegetable matter, different pieces of straw and burrs and things. So like I said, I'm still learning this process. I'm sure for next time I could think of some other ways to improve, but yeah, that's kind of how that process looks, sped up a little bit and just took, a bit of an evening to do that whole process. From there, I laid it out to dry with a little fan pointing at it, and by the morning it was dry. So I've got that final product to show you here. This is all that fleece fluffed up and ready to play with next. So you can see there's still a lot of vegetable matter in here. It still looks a bit dirty. Now, if you're really into processing fleece, you might want to look for a sheep that has spent the year with a coat on that keeps a lot of this vegetable matter out. I even found, there's like a wood chip in here. There's even a whole burr, like a big one. So, I don't really know much about working with a fine fleece that you've, invested in and are really looking for a fine end product with. But for something that I was handed on a day I wasn't expecting it, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I pulled off one staple length, so you can see this is kind of 1 year's worth of growth. This is where it would be growing from the sheep, and this is kind of the ends. And then this is where they would have gotten their hair cut in the spring. When we visited, there were a few that had gotten their hair cut already, and there were also some brand new lambs. I'll put a picture in here so you can see what we saw the day we visited. So sweet to see fresh lambs in the spring. So what I did with just a couple of little pieces of this is I took my dog's brush and I combed out the ends and got out pretty much all of the bit of vegetable matter that was stuck in this length. So it's really springy and pretty fine, and I think it'll make a really nice lofty little yarn. I will keep you posted as I'm working on that more, and yeah, tune in next time. We'll see if I've made any progress on that. I also wanted to mention what I'm wearing today. I forgot to say earlier. This is the Caspian Sweater. It's a design by Jared Flood, who's the founder of Brooklyn Tweed. This is one of their yarns, which is a very lofty woolen spun yarn. Here's the back as well. Worsted weight. And so thinking through yarns that we carry in the shop, you might like Retrosaria Brusca. I think that could be a comparable yarn. And these cables up top were just really, really fun to knit. Sort of a Gainsey, modern Gainsey style sweater. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for going on this little fiber journey with me. If you're kind of just joining into the Woolly Thistle and starting to discover the world of woolly wools and an appreciation for those, I hope this was interesting to you. If you're very experienced in doing your own fiber preparation, feel free to give any tips in the comments. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Well, Caitlin, thank you for sharing the process of washing your Tunis fleece. Very interesting. I hope everyone enjoyed that. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Actually, we should talk about New Hampshire Sheep and Wool.
Oh, yes.
Which is coming this month. And you and I are planning to go.
Yes, it is next weekend. If you're watching
Okay, yes. Not
today,
this.
on the 6th, I believe, then...
It's the following weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we've decided quite yet what day we're going to be there, but we would love to meet up with viewers and customers. We're not vending. We're just going to go and hang out ourselves and have some fun. So we will put in the newsletter where and when.
Mm-hmm.
But the wonderful thing is that Caitlin is flying out to visit New Hampshire and come to the New Hampshire Sheep and Wool with her mom and her little baby.
Yeah.
So you can come and meet Caitlin too. Very exciting. So we're looking forward to that, and there'll be more information about that in the newsletter.
It's very exciting. Caitlin's been with us now for a while, but she's fully remote because she's in Indiana. So
Yeah, we've never met her, although, I'm sure we all feel like we know her,
Absolutely.
but it'll be really great to meet her in person for sure. She's a great asset for the Woolly Thistle.
Yes.
Oh, so Farrell a feral nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that? Yes, so we wanted to talk about that. Oh, and as I look back there, just to mention, Line of 14 is now in stock. It has been for a few days now. And so you can purchase that. We still have worsted, which was hugely popular, as well as contrasts, which also is very popular. And we're selling pre-orders of
Traditions Revisited by Alex Bird.
She does a much better job with that. So yeah, Feral Nurse.
This looks so good.
Fantastic. Yes.
I'm so excited.
Yes,
for this.
I know. I'm gonna have a read.
Yeah.
Basically on Feral, and I remember this when I visited there, I tried to get my husband to take this job because he's a nurse anesthetist, and they were looking for a nurse at that time. So the island of Feral only has one nurse as their medical person, and I'm sure they end up doing a bit of veterinary stuff too. But anyway, they were looking for someone 5 years ago when I was there, and he wouldn't do it for some reason. I don't know. So this lady here, her name is Mona McAlpine, was the nurse in the 1960s, and this is a memoir of her adventures there, which I cannot wait. We just got this in. Cannot wait to have a read about this.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's wonderful. But it says on the back, often surrounded by sea mist or wrecked by relentless gales, the island of Feral runs to its own rhythms. In the mid-1960s, a young nurse arrived to begin working here, one of the most remote inhabited islands of Britain. And she would be the sole provider of medical care for the local population. So if you like things like Call the Midwife, I'm thinking this would be right up your street. So, and we have paired it. You can buy it on its own, or you can get a kit with it. So we've got the Feral cap kit, which has been in the shop for such a long time, but we've put these together because, it's sort of like salt and vinegar. I don't know, it goes together.
And like a no-brainer.
Like a no-brainer. So we have a kit for this that you can buy with the book, and this is very traditional, Jamieson Smith heritage in the traditional colors, very kippish. And we have another choice as well, which we don't have.
It's on its way.
It's in pre-order, but we'll put a picture here of it, and you can splurge and get that and be reading this at the same time. I think this is going to be a lovely knit, and here's the picture of her in the back.
Yeah, and if you go to the shop, there's a lovely picture of her now holding the book.
Yes,
it's so cute.
Yes,
yes,
it's
great.
So very exciting about that.
While we were talking, so this is published by Shetland Wool Adventures.
Yeah,
and I pulled it. All three editions are on the shelf now.
Yeah,
but I noticed that volume 2 has a whole article about her. And it looked really good.
Yes.
So.
Yes, if you have this, go check it out.
Yeah.
Feral Nurse.
And also in this issue is a whole bunch of stuff about haps. I love this hap.
Oh, there's Kate. Kate Davies.
There's Kate.
Yep. Fantastic.
And just so good. I showed you earlier, like just the.
Yeah. Look at this.
I know.
Yeah. So this is in Shetland Wool Adventures Journal, Volume 2.
Volume 2.
So lots of happy, good stuff in there.
Yes.
Yeah, really exciting about that. Yeah. So now it's time to show you this wonderful box of goodies, which we are so excited about. Maggie, we've been working months and months on this with Josh, getting all this yarn in time. And we're going to show you a sneaky peek. So you won't see everything that's in the box, but we're going to show you some of what's in the box. And you'll have to come back next episode to see the whole box. Yes. Okay, so let's go. If you're not aware, we do a selection box around about Christmas time, just before, and then we do this at some point during the year, and now is the time. And the taster box will come with the address label here and the Woolly Thistle sticker. So let's open it up, and there's a ton of yarn in here.
There is.
The taster box is to give you a full-size taste of the best of the Woolly Thistle. And of course, everything we have is the best. So this is fun and easy. I'll show you this in a minute. And we'll show you these in a minute. There's some stuff here, but I want to get to the yarn. So inside, oh my gosh. This is just the first layer of yarn. It is beautiful. So Vichy Bush, which is Le Petit, which is their fingering or 4-ply. And this company's out of France, and they use Scottish lamb's wool, and it's so lovely. So really, really nice. Now you're going to trust us on the colors. We're going to choose the colors But you will get 2 skeins of that. And then we have Jamieson Smith 2-ply lace weight in various natural colors, and you get 4 25-gram balls of this.
So we put together special selections and patterns for you just for these yarns to give you some ideas. It's a mix of paid for patterns and free patterns
Exactly.
that you can find.
Yeah, lovely. And
Yes.
so, there's a couple of shawl patterns that this would be great for. So you get that. Then we get from the Outer Hebrides this very special Berlin yarn from Meg on the Isle of Berneray. She raises Hebridean sheep, and so she has bog cotton here, which is Cheviot, a Scottish sheep, and then this is Hebridean mixed with some Cheviot and then dyed, and this color is Reef. So you will get 1 bog cotton and 1 colorful Hebridean wool yarn, and this is lovely, lovely special stuff. So I'm excited that that's made it in the box. And then we have Uradale, which is very, very special also. This is from Shetland. Uradale is a farm up there in Shetland. You'll know about it if you follow us at all. And so 2 cakes, 2 25-gram cakes in their 4-ply fingering weight. And this third one is super special. This is first clip. And it is very precious. There's not a lot of it. So you get 1 skein of that to go with your 2.
And all of the first clip is undyed.
It's all undyed.
And Uradale is always unprocessed, unbleached.
Organic.
Yeah.
The whole bit. So that's wonderful. And there is a whole second row that we're not going to show you this time. You're going to have to tune in to see what else we have in there. But we're excited. We think this is a lovely selection of yarns available most of the time. For instance, there's not a lot of this available, if there is any available in the shop right now. But, we try to get it in and keep it in when we can. Yeah. But this is very special. And then I'll show you some goodies that are coming in the box as well. For the first time ever, we have this adorable little woolly thistle tin. And inside you have the strongest mints. They're really good. So a little tin of mints. And of course you get your woolly thistle stickers, which you can't have a box without. And because these are so darn popular and we were able to make it work, we're giving you barber cords. Maggie, how many sets of these do you have now?
I only have 1, but it's not enough.
Yeah, I think I'm up to about 3 or 4. And they're really good, for trying things on, but also my whips that I need the needles back. I'm using them for that.
I could use it with my hat. Like right now, I had to go needle diving because you leave the top on a waist yarn, and I was not putting on waist yarn, and my barber cords were busy doing something else.
Oh no! So you need more for that.
Exactly.
That would be a good use of it, though. Yeah. So you get 1 of these in with the box as well, and then these lovely stork scissors. Crunch. They're pretty. You see the stork.
Very pretty.
Very sharp. Good for sticking. And all other kinds of things too.
Yes.
So come back next episode to see what else is in the box. If you have bought a box from us before and are already on our list, then you may well get to find out what's in the entire box very soon, because we know you love this and we want to make sure that you get to see it. But yes, we will be sending everybody who signs up will start to get an email about what's in here, and you'll know when and where to be as well. In the bag. And that's right. So of course you have to get a woolly thistle tote bag in here. These are really nice canvas ones. They're gusseted. This is black and white. We actually have some in color coming, so that'll be nice, limited edition for the box. And so ignore that this is black and white. That's just what we have to show you right now. All right. So we hope you're excited about that. We've been working really hard on it, and I think it does give you a wonderful taste of some of the best yarns, although I can't say that, but it is. But they're all really good. All right, shall we give away another prize?
Yes.
And we have yoga for you today as well, but let's do another prize. Maggie, would you do the honors?
Sure. This winner is Ann Morris. She said, every episode is chock full. The enthusiasm for the yarn, your projects, and the projects of others is clearly evident. I've decided to watch the episode again since you cover so many topics and items and topics. Hoping to jump on the Hap cow with Patricia's tree hap. as soon as I finish the third time sensitive knit. Have a fabulous week with a lot of knitting. Anne.
Wonderful. Thank you, Anne. Congratulations. And Maggie, how does she claim her prize?
And if you email us at info@thewoollythistle and put prize winner in the subject line, we will get your gift card out to you.
Yep. And again, if you want to be in the running, we choose winners at random, usually 2, to get a gift card to the Woolly Thistle. And all you need to do is leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is growing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. Do we have anything else?
Did we want to show the Marie Wallen yarn and
Yes.
have them answer a question for us?
Yes. We have a, in fact, yes, if you answer this question, you will definitely be in the running for the prize. So currently Marie has 20 colors. She just launched another 6, which we don't have yet. They're on their way to us, and we'll show you them when they come in. But I went out and pulled all 20, except I missed one. Which one did I miss? Can you tell us? It's out there somewhere. So we have 19 of her 20 colors, and there's 6 more coming. And aren't these just beautiful, Maggie? I hate that we're covering your face.
It's okay.
But these are just lovely, and they go so well together. And yes, so don't forget that you can get Marie Wallen yarns. We have a fair amount still in stock, I would say. Raw is definitely, in fact, is that raw? Yeah, that's raw. Raw is used a lot in her current book and patterns, so we're trying to keep that in stock enough for you. And check out her new book, Cumbria, which should be here by the next episode.
Hope so.
So that we can show you it. But yeah, it's beautiful. The designs are just completely wonderful Marie Wallen designs.
Yeah.
And if you didn't catch it last time, there is an interview in the second half of the last episode with Marie, and she shows you all of her designs for the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what else. Is there anything else we wanted to show?
So, but if you guess which color is missing, and if multiple people guess, we'll pick a random winner from those.
So one prize to the person, and I'm sure many of you will be right.
Yeah.
So just in good fun, we'll pick a winner from that, and then the other prize will be
Just that about
general
everybody.
comments. Yeah, sounds good. I can't tell which one it is. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I know.
So
Lovely. All right, well, let's go to Kim, who's got another yoga installment for you. And we have actually made them into their own playlist as well. So that when you want to go back and do yoga, you can go to the playlist in our channel that is just yoga segments. And so you don't have to watch us to get there. But we do have a brand new yoga segment now, and we're going to let Kim take us out. So enjoy that. Get up and do what she's doing, or sit down, or whatever it is. And we will see you in a couple of weeks. So thanks so much for spending time with us today, and we'll talk to you soon. If you go out,
take your knitting.
Bye.
Hi Woolly Thistlers, it's Kim here again with Yoga for Knitters. So have you ever noticed when you're knitting things start to hurt? Have you ever noticed where they start to hurt? Of course, we always have that pain in our wrists, forearms, and elbows, but what about your shoulder? Now I know we all knit differently. Some of us throw and some of us knit continental. But our shoulders, even though it doesn't look like we're doing much here, our shoulders are actually quite affected by the action of knitting. And so today's class is going to be all about releasing tension in our shoulders and the muscles that support that tension in the shoulders so that we can keep knitting for longer and we can knit more comfortably. All right, great. So knowing that, let's get started.
So I like to say that this practice is bananas, because we're going to make our bodies into a banana shape a few times. But before we do that, I want to focus on our shoulders, and by doing that, create tension so that we can release it. Doesn't that sound weird and backwards? It's totally bananas. Okay, so let's create some tension in our shoulders by squeezing our hands, squeezing our foreheads, and then lifting, shrugging our shoulders up. And then release. And the release is the most important part, because that's where you remember what it's like to let go of tension. See, when we're knitting, we don't knit like this usually. We knit and then the tension just sort of creeps up. So we don't always feel it. We don't always notice it. But when we do this exercise, it's so apparent, it's so in your face that it's easy to relax afterwards. So let's try it again. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your forearms, squeeze your shoulders up, and then relax, let it all go. We'll do it a few more times. It's funny, you find yourself making faces. You find yourself holding your breath. It feels awful, doesn't it? One more time. Squeeze it up and hold it as hard as you can, squeezing all the tension, feeling the nastiness, and then letting it all go. And close your eyes and just notice how good that feels to relax and let it all go and let it all flow. Your blood is flowing. Your muscles aren't tense. Your energy is flowing. And when it flows, it'll flow all the way into your fingers and make it easier to use them. Good. Okay, our next one is a little bit bananas too, because we're going to start making a banana shape with our body. Take your right hand down to the mat, and if the mat is too far down, then that's when you use a block to bring the floor up. The other thing I should mention is if you're sitting like this is really uncomfortable, again, you can use your props. Use your yarn balls or your blocks or something. Put it on the outside of your knee, the outside of your thigh, so the legs are totally supported and this feels easy. Alternatively, another option is to put a block or something else under your bum. Lift your hips up. And that just automatically allows your hips to relax down towards the mat. So you have lots of options. So, with the block or without, we're going to put our right hand to the floor. Inhale the left arm up and then reach over to the right so that we're making this banana shape with our torso. All the way from our hips to our fingertips. Breathing here and stretching down the side body. So as we're here stretching this part of the body, what does it feel like here? What's going on with your shoulder? Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, float your arm down. We'll do the other side. Left hand to the floor. Inhale the right arm up. Reach over to the left. Make a banana shape with your body. Breathe. Notice your shoulder. Notice your side body. And then inhale all the way up. And release your hand down onto your cat. And then again, let's shrug our shoulders up. Ready? Here we go. Uncomfortable, gross, icky. And relax. Oh, the cat's just having a little boo out the window there. Inhale, squeeze. Relax, let it go. One more time, squeeze it up. And then let it go. Awesome. So close your eyes and notice how you're feeling in your shoulders now. Is there still some tension there? All right, next one. Coming down onto the floor, we're doing something called child's pose. Okay, so child's pose, you come down towards, your bum comes towards your hips. You reach your hands out in front of you. And then for this one, because we're doing the banana practice today, I want you to walk your hands over to the right and push your left hip towards your foot. So again, we're making that arching banana shape with our side body. And this time, we're not just stretching through the side torso, you're probably also getting a bit of a stretch through the shoulders. And the shoulders are a big complicated joint with lots of different parts. And the part that we're stretching is underneath the armpit. underneath this area here. Okay, so just gonna breathe, close your eyes, and notice. Notice what it feels like where you're stretching and opening. And notice too what it feels like at the top of the shoulder where we were doing our shrugs earlier. One more deep breath in. And we'll switch sides. So walk your hands over to the left, press them into the floor, draw the right hip down towards your heel, and feel the stretch along the side body and underneath the shoulder. See, all these muscles, they're not separate. They might be separate muscles, but they all work together. And when one is tight, the other ones are tight as well. There's compensation. I think it's called sympathetic muscles. So if one is tight, the other ones do feel something. So if we can release the muscles down below, then we can also help to release the ones that are up high. One more deep breath in. And then slowly make your way up. You can sit in whatever position is comfortable for you. And again, we're going to shrug those shoulders up. Here we go. Tense and release. Don't worry if you make a face. I'm making faces too. Tense and release. Tense and let go. And notice one more time. How does everything feel? Hopefully what you're feeling is a little bit of heat and a whole lot of release. Our last banana shape is on our backs. So come on down. All right, you're going to put your hands above your head and stretch your legs away from you nice and long. And then fix your shirt. Here we go. Walk your feet over to the left side of the mat. So we're getting this banana shape arching through the right side of the body. Then walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. Now we're really banana-fied. If you want to go a bit deeper, the two things you can do are take the the left foot over top of the right ankle and the left hand onto the right wrist. That just holds you here a little more solidly in this banana shape. More like a green banana, not one of those overripe squishy bananas. This is a fairly active pose. Keep your eyes closed and just notice how it feels to open. So now we're releasing and stretching not just the upper body, but the bottom of the body as well. So through the hips and maybe through the IT band. Maybe you're even feeling this in your knee or in your ankles. As long as it's not hurting, then it's good. I always say in yoga, no pain. There's a yoga rule, I guess, called ahimsa, nonviolence, and that applies to our practice and our awareness of our bodies. We do not want to be violent to our bodies, and that means no pain. You ready to let go? Release the leg, release the hands. Slowly walk your way back to center. And relax for a second or two, just noticing the difference between the sides. And then, of course, it would be bananas if we didn't make both sides even. So let's walk our legs over to the right. Walk the arms over to the right. And then maybe grab the left wrist and maybe put the left ankle over the right foot. And breathe here, eyes closed, noticing the stretch, the opening. breathing. We're almost there. Awesome. Release. Come back to center. Bring your arms down at your sides in line with your hands facing up. And your feet are just flopping off of your ankles. And this position, Shavasana, is the most comfortable position in the whole wide world. Tell yourself that as you dissolve into the mat. Allow the earth to support your weight. And then put your X-ray goggles on and look around on the inside of your body. Look at the tops of your shoulders and see the muscles in a completely relaxed state. Watch the blood flowing through the arteries and the veins, totally unobstructed. See your nerves, not pinched, not squished, just open, free, and sending messages back and forth. And see yourself as an energy body. There are 72,000, give or take, channels along which our life force can flow. And when we do this work, then those channels are open and we can enjoy really comfortable bodies. So see your energy flowing as well. Through the tops of your shoulders and down through the whole space of the shoulder right until you get to the bottom where the armpit is. And then see the side of your body open as well, all the way down your torso, across the hip and down the legs. And then take a couple circles with your wrists, with your ankles. Go the other way. And gently make your way up into a seated position. Right. Now that our shoulders are taken care of, we can get back to knitting. Thanks for practicing with me today. Namaste.